Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
It's time for
Do you...
Satisfactory Sports.
Wait.
That's
not the name of our podcast.
I said it wrong, damn it. Strictly Sports.
Strictly Sports.
I suck.
Okay, yeah, no, I can't beatbox. That's not a thing.
Hey, we did our best, alright? That's all we gotta do.
That's not my best, but...
Anyway, we are back. Strictly Sports here.
Yep.
I said it right that time.
Yeah, that's our podcast.
And we are here to talk sports. And all of the sports ball.
Man, yeah. Crazy season in the NFL this year.
Yeah, there's a lot of unexpected things occurring.
There's been like, the only reason why primetime games were bad this last week was because
rain.
But every single primetime game this year has just been an absolute amazing game to watch.
Even the Lions are entertaining, and they haven't even won a game.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. Great games. Like, game of the century every other week, it seems like.
Yeah. There's at least one game that it ends in a shootout. Minimum. And speaking of shootouts, should we take a look at the records right now? Because I do believe our previous podcast that mentioned our thoughts on how the season would go, maybe a little off.
Yeah, I mean,
we both anticipated Buffalo being good.
Yeah, so we'll start with the AFC. We're not going to go look like... I don't remember exactly what I guessed, but I can remember a few things. And Buffalo being as good as they are, yeah.
I anticipate Buffalo. I called Tennessee being good.
In the AFC East, along with Buffalo, I did not expect Miami to do that terribly.
I figured they'd at least have another win or two.
They are at 1-6 right now, and it does not look
promising at all
for them. Nope.
When Jacoby Brissett is the one you have to possibly save your season, it's a little sad.
I mean, Tua's back.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he was back last week.
Oh, okay. Well,
he did okay. It wasn't great.
Yeah, didn't you say there's a rumor going around about their quarterback situation, though?
Yeah, Deshaun Watson hasn't played football at all this year. But, there's lots of trade rumors swirling around about him because as we were recording it, we're about a week from the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Watson's pretty much the biggest target, and it seems like Miami is giving up on the Tua experiment
fairly early.
Yeah.
Because we're what? This is year 2, right? Is that right?
Yeah. Year 2, and he barely, he played half of a season last year.
Yeah, because they had the Fitzmagic down there.
Yeah.
And...
poor guy. But anyway,
Please ignore Ethan watching the Go Big Show commercial in the background.
No, I'm thinking about Fitzmagic.
Oh, never mind.
No. I just wanted him to do well, and he just got injured.
Yeah, and the bad part was this was the season if he was going to make the playoffs, Well,
we'll give it to the NFC later.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go back down.
AFC. But no. We're finishing up the Dolphins. Yeah, so the Dolphins are the most interested in Deshaun Watson. They've apparently agreed to terms, but the Dolphins are trying to get clarification on his legal issues before they go through with it.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little rough.
Yeah, I don't know how much clarification there is to give there, but
the long story short, he's probably going to be suspended for some amount of time.
Oh yeah,
I would expect.
Yeah, find yourself Will Fuller, Devontae Parker on the waiver wire, I guess.
Yeah, because
they're gonna be good.
Yeah, it's just you gotta wait for him to come back. That's all you gotta do.
Rookie mistake on the podcasting.
Oh no!
Not muting my computer.
What have you done?
Speaking of, I guess he's not a rookie anymore. Well, speaking of rookies, actually, Cincinnati Cincinnati is tied for first in the AFC.
They came out guns blazing this year. It's been a good show.
Remember when we all made fun of them for drafting Jamar Chase so early?
Now I see why.
Yeah, so fun little fact about Jamar Chase as we record this. He now has the most yards in the first 7 games of their career.
Oh, really?
Like,
I did not know that.
Yeah, he surpassed Anquan Bolden.
I would believe that. Bolden was pretty strong in his rookie season. I believe he was what? Was he a Cardinal? Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. But I just remember it was him and Fitzgerald, and they just went off on everyone.
Yeah, no. So, yeah, I mean, we got another rookie setting. Wookie?
A Wookie?
A Wookie wide receiver. Setting records here. Because, like, last year we had Justin Jefferson going crazy. But, man, what is Jamar Chase going to do? I don't know what his ceiling is. It's
only time can tell on that one.
I mean, this last week, he broke off an 82-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
What?
Is he leading the league in receiving yards yet, or no? Or does Cooper Kupp still have that?
I'm pretty sure it's still Cooper Kupp.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's another one. Number 1 wide receiver right now.
Who would have thought it'd be Cooper Kupp?
Cooper Kupp. I mean,
I'm really glad I drafted him now.
I knew that Matt Stafford was good, but I didn't know he was this good.
Yeah, like, damn. What would have happened if this happened sooner? That's my question. He would have Tom Brady levels of rings.
What would have happened if the Lions were a competent organization? Oh, what?
Hey, they've been close to winning a game.
Here we go. We'll take a break from looking at just by division and just examine who the individual leaders here are.
All right. Well, let's start with quarterbacks since it's at the top here.
Quarterbacks. Okay. Yeah.
Tom Brady.
Whoa, man! Threw his 600th touchdown.
In his 600th season.
Yeah.
And he is leading the league in passing yards.
Oh, did you hear about the kerfluffle over the 600th touchdown ball?
I did. That was a whole thing.
Oh my goodness!
But please tell the viewers what occurred.
So Mike Evans was the recipient of the 600th touchdown. And so he just ran up to the stands and gave the ball away. And they had to negotiate.
Well, didn't he not realize it was the 600th?
Yeah, he had no idea. And he just was giving the ball away to a fan because, hey, that's a cool thing to do. But yeah, so they had to negotiate to get it back. And I think the guy who got the ball got season tickets.
He got season tickets. He got, I think, a couple of signed jerseys, and then he got
a free subscription to his TB12 program or whatever.
Yeah, and then he got $1,000 credit in the Bucks store.
Yeah, and Tom Brady was gonna give him a Bitcoin.
Oh, really? I didn't know that was
just a whole ass Bitcoin.
Well, that was cool.
Which is worth roughly $62,000.
You know what? You can have your ball back for that.
Oh, well, it's actually worth $500,000.
The ball is?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's worth a lot.
Who's pricing this stuff?
I don't know, man.
I could see, several thousand. That makes sense. But, wow, just no. I enjoy collecting, but damn.
Yeah, I mean, it's people have lots of money and they're willing to spend it on. Yeah, no, it's worth minimum 500,000. It'll probably go for more than that.
Well, I mean, I just hope that the money goes to a good thing and not just...
No, it's going to Tom Brady.
Well, As long as he doesn't get, like, spinning rims on a gold jet ski, I think we'll be safe.
I mean, he's probably, at this point, he has enough for that and, like, okay, a little bit for the orphanage down the road.
Just a little bit.
But yeah, so Tom Brady is in the lead. And then, my favorite stat, and I think he was the leader for a little bit.
He was until Brady passed him.
Derek Carr.
Who saw this coming? First off, Raiders being good. Second off, John Gruden being good, which we'll get to him in a minute.
And then being very bad.
Yeah, he is also a very two-sided person, we have found out.
Yeah.
But also Derek Carr.
Derek Carr is good.
Yeah, like,
and he's not doing it. So, okay, the first couple games, they heavily targeted Darren Waller.
The other Derek.
Darren Waller. Is it right? Am I saying that name right?
Waller. Darren Waller.
Yeah, so the Walrus, they, like, the first game, they threw to him 19 times.
Mm.
But he's been doing it without Waller. Like, he's spreading the ball around.
He's giving it to Ruggs. He's giving it to Renfro.
Edwards is getting in there.
Yeah, even Jacobs and Peyton Barber.
No, let's not talk about Peyton Barber.
Yeah, like, they're all decent options.
Yeah, no, and well, even Kenyon Drake is kind of getting in there a little bit. But...
I'm really sad that Kenyon Drake did not do more than he has.
Yeah,
like, he definitely should be at least, like, having a couple 100-yard games this year. But he's just not.
I mean, Josh Jacobs is way better than Kenyon Drake is.
Well, so. Yeah, but Josh Jacobs was out a couple of games. You'd think they would have gone with Kenyon Drake instead of freaking Peyton Barber.
Well, I mean, you can think that to the now gone head coach, John.
He did resign, right?
Yes, he did. He's gone.
Okay, good.
That the last, I think, 2 weeks have been...
He did some very naughty things.
Yeah, so some emails came out about that. The head coach of the Raiders, John Gruden, he got essentially fired about, week 4? Maybe 5?
I think it was 5.
Yeah, and so the Raiders just had to switch coaches, and they've honestly looked a little bit better in the last couple weeks.
It's just cleaner.
Yeah.
Like, they were winning before, but, like, now they're doing it, and it looks like they should be doing it.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, John Gruden's not that great of a coach.
I could have told you that years ago. I still don't even know how he had a TV deal, to be honest with you. He inherited a great team, and that's the only reason he won a Super Bowl. You know what he did with that team? Ruined it.
Yeah, I mean...
I know. I jumped on that bandwagon thinking it was going to be a good ship to land on. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Bucks ship.
Yeah.
Did you catch that?
Boo. Boo. Anyway, speaking of boos, fuck the Detroit Lions.
Yeah. So, question. As you previously have stated that you were considering leaving that fan group.
Oh, I mean, I got sucked back in. I mean,
okay.
There's just too many great stories. I found players to like. I hate Jared Goff. He's disappointing, but I love our head coach now.
Oh, isn't it Dan Campbell?
Yeah, he's great.
I like him because he's just so passionate.
Yeah, and he's just giving it all and going for fun trick plays. He's doing...
Fuck it.
Yeah, he's just...
DeAndre Swift's gonna throw it.
He's just trying everything, and I love it. But the reason I bring them up, though, is because I wanted to discuss the third ranked in passing yards.
Which is?
Matthew Stafford.
He's just having a great year.
Yeah, and you know what? For the most part, he's doing it with one dude.
And that dude is Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
Like, he has no run game. You could debate that Robert...
No, they have a run game. Darrell Henderson is great and catches quite a few passes.
He is, but he's not going to be the person that goes out there and, does Christian McCaffrey things. Or even Saquon Barkley at this point.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I think he's just heating up for the year.
Well, you also have to remember when Cam Akers comes back. That's really going to cut into things, too.
I mean, I don't think he's coming back this season.
Nah, if he does, I think it's going to be towards the end of the year.
Yeah, maybe for the playoffs, but I doubt it. I think if you're on IR can you be activated during the playoffs if you've been on IR the whole time?
If you've been on IR the whole time, I don't think so, but I also don't know enough about that rule to say otherwise.
We won't get back to that. But anyway, yeah, so that's pretty much, I mean, everyone else leading and passing. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, he's been struggling, but eh.
And then Kyler Murray, which we'll get to the Cardinals in a minute.
Yeah.
Because they're heating up.
I mean, in just a quick glance, we got to talk about the number one rushing.
Well, I think we should talk about the number one and the number two.
Oh, the number two? I did not know.
Well, it's not actually shown on here. It's the yards after contact for the number one.
Oh, yeah.
Which is Derrick Henry. Because he has more yards after contact than number two does.
Oh, wow. I mean, let's also just look at the difference in rushing yards between number one and number two.
869.
Nice. Derrick Henry is, and then we got Jonathan Taylor is 579.
That is almost 300 yards.
What?
Derrick Henry is a machine.
What?
I think he's got a shot to break the rushing record this year. Because, I mean, think about it. We're only, week 7?
I had no idea that he was that high in rushing yards. That's amazing.
But the rest of them, they're all solid.
Everybody else is in the low 500s.
Props to Jonathan Taylor for being second, though.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was that high up.
I knew Mixon, Chubb, and Elliott were up there, but
yeah, all of these guys are having normal, amazing running back seasons,
and then Derrick Henry. He's just those are rookie numbers.
Get out of here! I gotta go. But yeah, and then we got to talk about the receiving leaders real quick. I mean, we talked about Jamar Chase already. Cooper Kupp, though, and we talked about him, but man,
it's just
800 yards already. He gets 2 touchdowns every other game.
Yeah, he's been very nice to have in fantasy for sure.
And also Deebo Samuel, not ranked 4th.
Yeah, he's been a pleasant surprise this year.
He's not been injured.
He's not been injured. He hasn't had a consistent quarterback, though. They just kind of throw whatever at him. And he makes it work.
Oh, another one. We also need to switch over to defense. And I know I don't talk about defense very often, but I gotta
That's not a skill position.
I gotta appreciate this.
Is it Trayvon Diggs?
Yes, it's Trayvon Diggs. The Cowboys defense.
He has put it on his back.
Right now, Trayvon Diggs has 7 interceptions through 7 weeks.
He's averaging an interception a game.
He's gonna get an interception. He'll find a way. And he's leading by 3 over the next guy.
Which is someone who I've never heard of.
From Cincinnati, of course.
And then someone I have heard of is number 3 and tied with several others, which is Micah Hyde.
But yeah, I just gotta throw out the Cowboys have really pulled it together on defense.
Yeah. I mean, defense in general this year, all the teams you think of normally for defense, drafting for fantasy and stuff, almost none of them have done good.
Yeah, the Chiefs have just imploded.
The Chiefs have imploded. Indy's not the greatest.
Yeah.
Tampa's been a little...
The Dolphins...
Tampa's been beat up.
Yeah.
Dolphins...
Tampa has no secondary.
Well, it's because they're all injured.
Yeah. Richard Sherman is their secondary.
And that is the only healthy one. I think him, and if Carlton Davis came back from his injury, I can't remember if he did or not. But that's 2 of the 4 positions you need back there.
Oh, and then I think there was one more thing I wanted to check out and highlight for you.
What's that?
The touchdown leader.
Well, as there's no shock, Derrick Henry by a lot.
He has 10 rushing touchdowns.
For comparison, Cooper Kupp is second with 9. And then there's not another running back until...
Eckler's tied for 3rd with Mike Evans.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, 3 of those are receiving.
Oh, hold on. And we got to highlight number 6.
Oh, yes. 8 years too late, Cordarrelle Patterson.
Cordell Patterson is having himself a year. He has 6 touchdowns on the year.
So it turns out he should not have been a wide receiver.
No, he's being used like a wide receiver, though.
But he's in the running back position.
It's great. I love it.
Are we seeing the next evolution of NFL, though, this year? Which is running backs officially becoming running back / wide receiver?
I mean, on several fantasy platforms, that's how they do it anyway, for a lot of them.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's several out there that do both.
But yeah, no.
And then we all remember the one from the mid-2000s that really started all of this.
See, the problem
Devin
is...
Hester.
Oh, Devin Hester.
Yes.
But the problem is that, like, we talk about how the running back is suddenly becoming basically just a receiver, but then there's Derrick Henry.
And he's trying to prove that stereotype wrong.
Oh.
Because he refuses to catch anything. He will just run through you.
He has 0 receiving touchdowns.
I would believe that. I would be more shocked if he has more than 1 receiving catch.
No, he's actually been getting a few more receptions than he normally does. So, yeah, no, but yeah. So backing off of individuals, we'll go back to kind of more division wide. There's not really, other than like Las Vegas being 5-2 right now, tied for the...
In Kansas City being trash.
Yeah, Kansas City is apparently trash.
They are tied with Denver for last in their division and pretty low in the standings, to be honest.
They have a losing record right now. That's surprising.
Yeah, like, someone needs to get their head in the game, and I'm not sure who. I don't think it's Andy Reid. I think it's some players. But...
Yeah, I mean...
I don't know which ones.
Their defense just imploded, and it's just not looking good.
Yeah, they probably ought to do something, because otherwise they may not make the playoffs, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but...
Which would be amazing.
So, man, I guess right now, who do you think's going to be the AFC champion?
My favorite from the AFC right now, because Kansas City's sucking, to be honest, I think you're looking at 2... One's more of a veteran team and one's more of a young team.
Okay.
I think the veteran team for sure is the Titans, because I'm always high on them.
Yeah.
Because I think they've just got a good core group, and plus with Julio Jones, like,
if he's ever not got a pulled hamstring,
he still plays. It's just the stats are lower than they would be normally.
Just kind of hobbles really well across the field.
Yes, but imagine the day that he just starts playing that off, and then it turns out he's faking the injury, and he just runs down and catches a touchdown. It's the perfect trick play.
But you see, Julio Jones doesn't matter, because they have Derrick Henry, and then because of play action, they can just dump it off to
A.J. Brown.
Another tank of a wide receiver.
Yeah. They've really built a good offense there with very few pieces.
Yeah.
And Tannehill's proven that he's competent too, which is nice.
See, yeah, and then I assume the young team is the Bills, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, that very well could be the AFC Championship game, though.
I mean, if Kansas City keeps going the direction they're going, I see no other option other than those two.
And
like
Titans
Cincinnati and
won.
True. Like Cincinnati and Baltimore could say something in the end, but I think it'll be between Buffalo and Tennessee.
Baltimore just has a lot of injuries and a lot of issues still.
Yeah, I mean, if they can get all that figured out, and if they get one of their main running backs back, I think they could be a force. Cincinnati's just too young. Give them another year or two.
For the season, actually, for sure.
Well,
so maybe they'll make a last-second trade for, I don't know, Marlon Mack.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, because Devonta Freeman and Le'Veon Bell and Latavius Murray are not going to cut it.
No.
Yeah, they're trying what Houston did, but with
a worse result.
Yeah,
which is unfortunate.
But yeah, other than that, there's not really a whole lot to discuss in the AFC anymore. I mean, Jets suck. Jacksonville sucks.
Houston already has more wins than you were expecting them to have.
Yeah, honestly.
So props to you, Houston. Unfortunately, you're stuck with David Mills the rest of the year.
Let's switch over to the NFC, which is
yes,
crazy competitive this year.
Yeah, you're pretty much either 5-1 or 2-6.
Okay, so Dallas is amazing, and I don't know why we ever doubted them.
I mean,
they're amazing.
This is what Dak can do when he's healthy. The problem is not knowing whether he's healthy or not, because he's always on the questionable list.
I honestly think they're a couple games from just clinching the NFC East at this point.
I mean, the rest of it's just gone downhill. New York they are either winning by 40 or losing by 20. So
yeah, and everybody's injured.
Yep. Their receiver core is essentially two people right now.
Dante Pettis and Darius Slayton.
Yeah, and then occasionally the tight ends are healthy.
Devontae Booker is their leading running back right now.
Over Saquon.
Well, no, Saquon's just injured.
Oh, yeah, he is too. Never mind. And then Philadelphia, I mean, unfortunately, this is just Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts sucks at football.
Like, he's trying. Yeah. I give him credit. He's doing the best with what he's got.
So inadequate in the throwing department that his own receivers started slowing down to make sure they would catch the ball, and then he overthrew them because of it.
Because he's not used to them slowing down.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's unfortunate. If he could get some, like... I don't know. Do you think they allow V-Bucks or something or whatever people use in 2K games?
I think we're a couple weeks away from Minshew.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh no.
I think we're a couple weeks away from
mustaches come to this. What was Philadelphia's nickname? City of something.
City of Brotherly Love?
Sure.
City of Cheesesteaks.
Ah, the City of Cheesesteaks.
The mustache has cheese in it.
It's the cheese stash now.
But yeah, no, I think it could be a couple weeks away from Minshew, and because they just traded Flacco away to the Jets.
Yeah, which interesting choice, but I mean the Jets kind of need it. So
Flacco sucks, so good for them.
Yeah, they got rid of Flacco. Good call. Washington, we mentioned earlier, we're just sorry for them in general.
Yeah, Washington sucks.
Well, they're all injured. The defense isn't doing anything.
Apparently, Antonio Gibson is just playing through incredible pain.
Yeah, I do kind of feel bad for him, and I appreciate the effort.
But man, take a rest.
Yeah,
I get you're on most of my fantasy teams, but please just rest your body.
Yeah, I'll go pick up McKissick. You take a breather.
Oh, but yeah, hey, yeah, so remember when I hated the Packers and said that they would do terrible this year?
Yeah, you're looking pretty dumb now, aren't you?
Yeah, they won 6 in a row. Yay.
Hey, I told you, if Aaron Rodgers was there, he's going to be really pissed and win.
Aaron Rodgers was asleep for the first game.
Which is why they lost by 30.
Yeah.
And they have not lost since.
Yup. They're doing pretty well for themselves.
Yeah, and then speaking of the rest of the NFC North, Minnesota's, as per, tradition, it's a Kirk Cousins schedule, so 500's all around.
Yep, I mean, yeah.
And then Chicago's still trying to figure out what they're doing with their quarterback and running
backs.
I mean,
now. They say they're going with Fields for the rest of the season, but he has been getting... I think he's the leader in getting sacked this year.
I do believe he had a pretty rough game.
I think he took
a week or two ago too.
9 sacks in his debut game.
I would believe that because Chicago's line is just awful right now.
Yeah, no, Chicago is awful.
It's like the Indianapolis line about 3 years ago.
The Lions are the most competitive
of the uncompetitive
team that you can find.
They've been within a touchdown of just about every game.
They once again got the record-setting field goal kicked on them to win the game.
Yeah, who did that? Was it Justin Tucker?
Yeah, it was Justin Tucker.
Yeah, the kickers matter, by the way.
Yeah.
Just saying, Ethan.
Fuck Justin Tucker. Damn it! It happened again. Why?
This is why you always pick up Justin Tucker. He will do it just to spite you.
But anyway, yeah. Then, we knew that Tampa Bay was going to be good.
Yeah, New Orleans has been pleasantly good, though.
Didn't realize that New Orleans' record was that good.
Yeah.
Because watching their games is not fun.
Yeah, but it's really weird also because if you look at the rest of the South, the other two teams started with the opposite records because one started 0-3 and one started 3-0.
Yeah.
And they have not done anything but either win or lose since then.
Yeah, it turns out the only reason Darnold looked good early in the season was because of Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, it was all McCaffrey. I wish it wasn't because it was nice seeing Darnold prove everyone wrong, but...
Yeah, I really wanted Darnold to be good, but nope, I guess not. Never mind.
Yeah, and then the defense collapsed, which didn't help anything
And
either.
then, yeah, Matt Ryan still needed to warm up his gears, for sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, unfortunately, Matt Ryan's starting to get old, so, it takes a little bit to warm up the engine.
Yeah, but, Kyle Pitts,
Pitts is going off, Patterson's going off.
Yeah, Pitts is going to be good, though. He's
Calvin Ridley's back.
You know what?
So is Russell Gage.
Putting my fantasy hat on a little bit.
Are you?
Yeah.
What's that?
Pitts is going to be the...
Don't do it. Don't do it.
First tight end off the board. No, I'll go second. Second.
You're talking about next year?
Yeah, second tight end off the board. Next year. I think Kelsey will still command the respect. I don't think that Kelsey will finish first in fantasy points for tight ends this year.
I also don't, so I say top 5, but not first.
No, I say he's going to finish second because I don't think he can finish any lower. So I'm thinking that maybe, I think he'll still get drafted first, but Kyle Pitts might be second.
Second or third, because I think there's one person that everyone's overlooked.
George Kittle.
That's actually been very good this year. His name is Schultz.
No one's drafting.
From Dallas.
No one's drafting Schultz second as the second tight end.
But he's ranked number 2.
No one is gonna draft Schultz as the second tight end.
I will. I have faith in him. As long as Prescott's healthy, he likes him.
You can just wait until the 7th round.
No, I'll do it just to spite you now.
Okay,
I'll draft.
No, I'm glad. Please do.
I'll draft Schultz. Then right afterwards, I'm drafting Dalton.
I'll draft
Knox.
Pitts
Or Dawson Knox.
Oh yeah, Dawson Knox.
He's been very good this year.
All right.
And then also CJ Uzmal.
No, he's been catching touchdowns because
everyone else is covered.
He's the only one you can't defend, or you have to defend everyone else really well. And
you start running out of people if you start double teaming.
Yeah, because their worst wide receiver is Tyler Boyd, who would be a starting wide receiver on half of the NFL teams.
Yeah, because he's 3rd or 4th now in line, isn't he?
He's third. He's third for sure.
Yeah, because T. Higgins is still up there.
Yeah.
And then...
It's Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and then...
Tyler
but yeah,
Boyd.
he would definitely be the number 1 wide receiver in almost most of the other NFL teams.
Yeah, you're right. Man, that'd be a good trade piece if you ever wanted to do anything. Though.
No. You would keep them.
Anyway.
Make them cheap.
Moving on to the NFC West.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the biggest but pleasantest surprise of the year. The Arizona Cardinals.
They're good. They're undefeated.
Undefeated. The defense looks incredible. The offense looks incredible.
Yeah.
Where did this come from? We anticipated good things from them, but not this good.
We knew the offense was amazing. DeAndre Hopkins, Christian Kirk, and now Rondale Moore.
Don't forget the newest addition, Zach Ertz.
It hurts so good.
And then in addition, their running backs are good.
Yeah.
Chase Edmonds and James Conner.
They're doing all right for themselves.
Conner's a lot better when he doesn't have to put the whole team on his back.
Yeah, man. Steelers run their running backs into the ground. That's what they do.
Yep.
But
Poor Najee Harris. You're seeing that now.
And then clearly the number one contender for, I mean, they've already basically locked up the wild card spot. The Los Angeles Rams.
Yeah, just go ahead and give it to them.
Like, oof, they're not going to win the division probably, but they're right behind them at 6-1.
Yeah, and then let's talk about the two teams that should be doing better but aren't.
I mean,
one was mostly due to injury because Seattle's.
Both were mostly due to injury, probably.
Well, I guess one lost their entire running back room, but because San Fran is also rough.
I mean, aspect. Mostert and Jeff Wilson
and Hasty.
Yeah, and Hasty. I mean, and Trey Sermon did not work out. No. Apparently.
Oh, Elijah Mitchell was also injured at one point too.
Yeah, no, they just been playing, and Kittle's out right now,
and they can't figure out which quarterback they want to go with.
I mean,
because the problem is one will get a hot hand, and then they won't.
I think
very quickly.
Just like Minshew, I think we're a couple weeks away. If they keep losing,
I could see them sticking with Trey Lance at some point through the season, but
if they keep losing, they'll switch to Trey Lance as the starter just to give him a chance. Because like if they
get him some practice at least,
yeah.
But
see who their next game is.
Chicago. Is that what it says there?
Yep, Chicago. So yeah, I mean that's probably another win. But then we got. It looks like they're on by.
Nope, right there. Cardinals, I think. Scroll down a little.
Oh yeah, that's a loss right there.
Yep,
that's a loss.
Well, Cardinals will probably be about 9-0 by then.
Yep, for sure. That's a loss. But yeah, no, they're not looking good for them. And then Russell Wilson broke his finger and just shredded it somehow. And
we were watching that game, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it just bent in the wrong direction, and then he still tried to throw.
Yeah.
And then it just flopped in the wind.
Yeah, so Gino Smith is starting.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
No, it's not, especially whenever you're a Tyler Locker fantasy owner.
Yeah.
Or
DK Metcalf.
Yeah. They're both doing awful now. The only person getting any benefit is Swaim.
Sure.
And that's just because he's actually getting looked at now.
I mean, he was getting looked at by Russell Wilson.
Yeah, he would get like 2 or 3 targets, but he's getting like 10 now.
Yeah, I'd still prefer Russell Wilson, even if I had Swain.
Now, I will say this, though. Gino Smith, you did do one thing that I never thought would be possible that we talked about earlier. It was off camera, though. Gino Smith is the first quarterback that I have seen in the same game as Jameis Winston, and Jameis looked like the superior quarterback.
Oh, Gino Smith. You're only a backup.
Yeah.
But you still suck.
You better watch out. He might get traded back to the Jets, too.
Oh, no. No one deserves that.
The Jets do.
Yeah, they do. But yeah, and did you watch Russell Wilson on the sidelines?
No.
Of the games he's been out? He basically runs through the whole game like miming it and stuff. You could just see him on the sidelines.
He's probably so used to being in the game.
Shadow footballing.
Yeah, like that's got to be like being a WWE wrestler and then you break your leg, but you're still standing like back in the area where they all watch the TVs and crap, and you're like, oh, I want to be out there, and just like go through the moves and shadow box or something.
Well, speaking of injuries, Baker Mayfield, what happened to him?
Well, lots of stuff. I'm still trying to figure out what the injury was because I didn't read fully into it.
Yeah.
But it's not great from what I heard.
He fractured his humerus.
It wasn't very humorous now, was it?
Yeah, so that's a shoulder bone? Yep. So yeah, he fractured his shoulder. And apparently he did that like a couple weeks ago.
And he's just been playing through it?
No, he finally got benched this last week. And now he's apparently just gonna play this week.
Yeah, and he's just like, you know what? Screw it, I'm gonna play. He's just gonna pull the old Russell Wilson. I know my finger's broken, but I'm gonna play.
Yeah.
His is a little more serious though.
He can't just like move part of his arm, so I don't know how this is working.
Yeah, I heard like part of it, like there's just no feeling at all.
Yeah, oof. Scurry.
Yeah, that ain't great. Injuries have kind of taken a few of the contenders out though. Like the Browns, they'd be a lot higher if it weren't for that.
Yeah, because Kareem Hunt is
also injured.
Yeah, and then Nick Chubb missed a couple games.
OBJ and Jarvis Landry.
Christian McCaffrey got injured again. Man, so...
McCaffrey can't catch a freaking break. Gronk broke everything.
Yeah. So, okay. We're going to put our fantasy football hats on because that's what I care about. Suck it. I don't care.
Yes.
So, let's fast forward to 2022.
Okay.
Who do you think is going to be the number one draft pick?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. A few things I see happening next year. I say Barkley does not go in the first round anymore.
I agree.
Tyreek Hill.
Maybe also, the end of he's going to be early in the second, though.
Early second, or if you're in a 12-man league, I could see him going in the first, I guess, still.
Yeah. He'd be like 11 or 12.
Same with Tyreek Hill, though.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, the Chiefs just look like, again, garbage this year. And I don't know what the solution is.
And he's always been a bit inconsistent, too. I mean, he's still like in the top 5 passing or receiving leaders.
Yeah, it's just whenever they were on, though, they were really on.
Yeah.
And he still has flashes here and there, but like they weren't what they were last year.
No.
At all. I could see Kyle Pitts taking over one of those spots.
In the first round, yeah.
Because honestly, he's pretty close to it. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. No Dalton Schultz. But I do think Kamara's still going to be up there.
Yeah, he'll probably have a much better season than he started out.
Yeah, I think Derrick Henry is going to be a lock for the number 1 spot, though. Like, I see no one else that could compete with him at the moment.
But no one has ever... So, like, the last time someone set the record in rushing
it was
yards...
Chris Johnson, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think he just went downhill after that.
Well,
but Derrick Henry...
He had, like, another season or two that were okay, and then he went downhill.
I don't know if I don't know if I'd want him number 1.
Well... I would say yes just for next year.
I don't think Christian McCaffrey will be drafted number 1 again.
No, I think his days as number 1, unfortunately, are over because of his injuries.
Maybe even outside. No, I imagine he'll still be drafted top 5.
Top 5, yes. Top 3, I don't know about that.
No, okay.
So I'll give you my top 5. How's that?
Okay,
and you do the same.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, one of our famous top 5s.
Yes, it's a segment.
Yes,
the top 5 segment.
Time for the top 5s.
Anyway, yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
we do jingles now, huh?
Yeah.
What do you think? Like, tell us below in the comments.
Yes, our next one will be for cornflakes. Anyway, so I'm gonna start with number 5.
Okay.
I think number 5 will be Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah,
like no doubt about it. He's still got the talent. He's just a little broken now.
Yeah, no, I mean whenever he's been on the field, he's been amazing. So it's hard to not want that because injuries are a matter of luck. You can be a little bit unlucky because like it's not everybody gets like some people just get injured a lot and then they do fine.
And then some people get injured a lot and then they retire.
Yeah.
Convenient that you use the word luck in there, isn't it? Oh, you're so devious over there.
Number 5, though. Yeah, I think you're right. I really kind of don't hate that.
Yeah, because he still has value. I could see Chuba Hubbard kind of getting in some of his reps, but
he needs it. I think he would be a better fantasy option if he wasn't relied on so much.
Well, if you think about it, when there was one team about 3 or 4 years ago that had 2 running backs.
Are we talking about the New Orleans Saints?
We are, and they both did fantastic, splitting the carries.
I mean,
they were averaging like 15 points a game minimum.
Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb.
Yeah, they've been
great. Like that. Kareem Hunt is terrible without Nick Chubb.
And Nick Chubb is only okay without Kareem Hunt.
Yeah. Okay, so I totally agree with your top 5.
And there's honestly one in the making, too, that I see. James Conner and Chase Edmonds. I think if they can get a repertoire down, that could be something as well.
That'd be interesting.
But anyway, so we both agree Christian McCaffrey, number 5.
Yeah.
But then we need to go to number 4.
Yeah, number 4.
There's a lot of options you could go with here, but I'm going to go with one that a lot of people probably don't consider a first-round talent most of the time.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to go Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon? I mean, he's been
very good this year. I only see good things happening in the future for him because he's going to be with Cincinnati next year. They've got a good offense now. Like, honestly, I think he's got the value. You could debate Eckler for that spot too, but I think Eckler is gonna fall to 6th, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I could see that. But yeah, I don't hate Joe Mixon.
Yeah. Who would you put at number 4 though?
I obviously agree with you on Christian McCaffrey there. But number 4 for me, I think I'd have to go Eckler.
Okay, so we'd probably mix and match those two.
Yeah, I could see Mixon going 6th. But yeah, I mean, Eckler's just so good.
He is very good, and it's very difficult to choose between them.
But I like the higher power. But they both have high power offenses.
Yeah, and
right now
both of them are very young talents.
I like Herbert a little bit better, but Burrow's going to be good.
I mean, both of them, honestly, I could see them being like almost like, what would be a good comparison? Like a old school Roethlisberger versus Eli Manning type deal.
All right.
Like, they're both very good. They're just a little bit in different areas, if you will. Because, Burrow can pretty much take off on a run if he needs to, and Herbert's going to throw it wherever he wants. Like, they're both just very talented. And honestly, I could see them both making some championship games. I don't know about Super Bowls yet, but they've got some talent.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. I give the edge to Eckler because I think that their offense is more reliant on him than the Bengals' offense is reliant on Mixon, because I think it runs through the Burrow to Chase connection right now.
That's true, but that could open up Joe Mixon for lots of big yards.
That's true. I just think that Eckler is a bit more of a pivotal role in the offense.
At this exact moment, I would agree with you. But I'm thinking future.
And right now, Eckler is ranked 6th on the year. So, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
But I think he'll finish a lot higher. But yeah, who's your number 3 then?
Well, number 3. Convenient, because actually I see all 3 of my top 3 in your set there that you have up on your computer. I know no one else can see it, but that's okay. Visuals are not needed.
Yeah.
Because number 3 is Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook, okay.
Like, I can not disagree with him at all. Like, the top 3, honestly, for me, are kind of locked in their spots.
Okay. I might differ a little bit then. We'll see.
Okay, yeah, because, I mean, Dalvin Cook, he's just got talent. As long as he's not broken, he's very good.
Yeah. I mean, when he's been on the field, he's been good. And the Vikings offense runs through Dalvin Cook.
Because Kirk Cousins is, well, Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins needs Dalvin Cook's talent to keep the pressure off of him.
Absolutely. And honestly, they probably ought to invest in a tight end too. But that's just my thought.
Okay, so I'm going to surprise you with my number 3 here.
Ah, yes. What are you thinking?
I'm going to go with Najee Harris.
I had a feeling you were going to go that direction, actually.
I mean...
Because Roethlisberger's probably going to retire at the end of the year.
Oh, for sure. And you know what? Najee Harris can catch the ball.
He can catch, and he's very good at running.
So
I'll give him
whether
credit.
he's getting checkdowns from a aging quarterback or checkdowns from a rookie quarterback.
Okay, quick sidebar, though. Who do you think... Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Who do you think takes over the quarterbacking position for the Steelers?
Want it to be Aaron Rodgers so bad.
Okay, besides Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, I think it's there's a good chance of it being Aaron Rodgers.
I don't think there's as good of a chance as you think there is.
Why wouldn't he want to be coached by Mike Tomlin? It's so much better than all the crappy coaches he's ever had.
Yeah, I mean, you are right, but...
okay, if it's not Aaron Rodgers...
and don't say Ryan Fitzpatrick.
No, I'm not going to say Ryan Fitzpatrick. They'll probably go in-house before they go...
Because are you thinking maybe Haskins or Rudolph?
They might give Haskins a shot. I could see him starting a couple games this year. In case, like, if the season gets away from them completely.
Like, if they end up at, week 16 and they only have 3 wins.
Yeah, well, I think they're doing okay, but yeah. But if they're going to go out and trade for him, I mean, if they were going for similar, actually shitty person in real life, they go for Deshaun Watson, right?
Yeah. Interesting strategy. I wasn't going to go that route, but since you have, okay.
I'll go. I mean, I can go off the wall though a little bit. Let's try.
Okay, here. How's this? Choose your likely, your unlikely, but still possible, and wild card.
I think I can just. I think
3 options.
Tua is a very strong possibility.
Okay, well, I've heard a lot of words out of your mouth. Say those 3.
So
who's your likely?
I mean, Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, who's your unlikely but still possible?
I think 2 is possible.
Okay, who's your wild card?
Wild card, let's go with Jimmy Garoppolo.
Whoa! Okay, wasn't expecting that one.
I mean, he's not going to be starting in San Francisco, and I don't think they'll keep him around to be a backup. I mean, he's too good for that.
That is true.
And he's a perfectly good game manager.
He is another Kirk Cousins is the thing.
Yeah, and you know what? That could be perfectly fine. I think he'd be pretty good. And he's got skill throwing to the running back.
He has skill throwing the running back, and he's going to have a great receiving core.
Yeah.
If he goes to the Steelers.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate that.
Because, I mean, Johnson, Washington, Smith-Schuster.
Yeah.
Their tight ends are starting to get involved.
Freiermuth.
Is that how you say that?
Yeah, Freiermuth.
Yeah, like, he's actually starting to look decent.
Yeah. I mean, he's a lot of... Who was the famous tight end for the Steelers?
Heath Miller.
Yeah, a lot of people are comparing him to Heath Miller.
I just remember Heath because every time you'd play, like, an old NFL game and you scored a touchdown with him, the whole game would go, Heath!
But yeah, so back to our top 5 fantasy guy.
Yes, off the sidebar.
Yeah.
So you said your number 3, yes? Yeah, Najee Harris.
Najee Harris.
And that's what started the sidebar. Okay. We're at number 2 now.
Yes.
This should be no shock to you, and I expect you to pick the same. If you don't, we'll have words in a moment.
Yeah.
Alvin Kamara. Oh no. Oh no!
I don't have him in the top 5. I'm sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
See, my thing is, it's just going to take Jameis a little bit of time to get used to him. but once he knows how to use them, which will probably be next year.
I don't think Jameis is going to be there next year.
I do, just because there's not a whole lot of option for New Orleans. Otherwise, I
think they're going to go out and draft one.
I don't think there's enough out there for them.
Yeah, I know. That's the point. I don't think it's going to be good.
That's why I'm saying Jameis one more year.
I think they're going to try and go out and draft one. It's not going to be fun. I think they're going to do real bad next year.
No. I think they'll do okay. Kamara's still very talented, though.
I mean, he is.
I mean, he's still the only running back, including Derrick Henry, that I've seen run for 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. So, you're right. He could be good, but I'm not sure. I'm not convinced.
Now, I do believe with Mark Ingram coming back, though, we could get the dynamic duo back. I know Ingram's a little older now, but there's always a chance. Sean Payton knows how to use them. Just saying.
You're right.
And you don't have to sign Ingram to big deals anymore because, well, let's face it, he's not going anywhere else. Like, just sign him to, enough to keep him there. Sign Kamara to the big money.
Yeah.
And there you go. That's all you need. Anyway, what is your second pick? I know that it's just killing you to hear about Kamara instead of yours. What are you thinking?
Derrick Henry.
At number 2?
Yes.
Whoa. Okay, hold on. I know you said you didn't value him at number 1, but I didn't think you were serious.
I mean, okay, he's having an amazing year.
Yeah.
That's true. But, I mean, you gotta get tired eventually. You know what? I mean, yeah, he's inhuman or whatever, but no, he's still human. I don't know if I trust him to, I don't think it's automatic that he's the number 1 next year. I just don't think it is. And I'm willing to gamble on someone else entirely.
Well, all right. Well, now that we've reached number 1, then let's go ahead and get mine out of the way because it is Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
I see no other viable option, which is why I'm very, very curious to hear yours. Unless, I swear to God, if you say fucking Cooper Kupp, I'm going to slap you silly.
No, I would never not draft a running back. I did that this year. Didn't draft a running back in the top 5.
You didn't draft him in the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, well, I didn't draft.
Hold on, let's tell the viewers your strategy first off.
Yeah, I drafted 4th in our league, and I drafted Travis Kelce because I wanted the memes.
And then what'd you draft your 2nd round?
George Kittle.
And what'd you draft your 3rd round?
I got Najee Harris there.
Okay. And it was your 4th round then.
And then my 4th round was another tight end.
Because you got Mark Andrews, didn't you?
Yep. But yeah, I would have had Derrick Henry if I had drafted normal. But
man, you must be kicking yourself for that.
I don't care. I think it's great.
Anyway,
I still have Najee Harris, so
also true.
I don't care.
Speaking of caring, though, who do you care about the most then? Who is your number 1?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh no. What?
Might be Kamara.
What?
I might have lied to you.
Damn it, Ethan. You're not supposed to do that. I thought I was going to have to be mad at you for not putting Kamara up there. What changed your mind? Was it the fact that I brought up the Ingram thing?
No, that I think helps taking some of the pressure off of him. I think he can expand his role, and they're just gonna run. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Their receivers are gonna suck next year too. It's not gonna get better. I mean,
unless Michael Thomas comes back and he is like Megatron talent,
or maybe I don't think Michael Thomas is gonna be there.
What if they get Brandon Cooks back?
No, I think likely target for me personally.
Kenny Galladay,
Allen Robinson.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Allen Robinson.
He's not. Allen Robinson is not staying in
Chicago or anywhere near it.
They're probably going to have cap problems because I think Michael Thomas might still be around.
If they can get rid of Michael Thomas, that would free up a lot of cap room, though.
Yeah, but they don't need... I don't think you can... I think teams are going to be able to get Allen Robinson at a discount.
Because he's just going to want out of there.
Yeah. Well, and what have they done to him? Like, this season, he's done nothing. I don't know if teams are going to be as interested in it.
Yeah, I could see that. I've got one that may be a little bit of a surprise, too, but he would fit in perfect for a slot receiver there.
Yeah.
And honestly, he hasn't really been the wide receiver number one, if you will, on the team. DJ Chark could be something. He could be a sleeper.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you think about it, even if, let's just say, Thomas sticks around. You get him on a discount, which I know is unlikely.
Yeah. Thomas is too much of a...
he's got a bit
of a prima donna.
Yes, that's a good way of saying it. But you somehow managed to keep Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
You bring in Allen Robinson through a trade. You get DJ Chark. All of a sudden, your wide receiver room has really gained a lot of momentum here. Because then you also have Trayvon Smith, who's still pretty good.
Oh, I mean, supposedly.
No, he is. He just can't be a wide receiver one, and that's what they're
still
playing
developing your new tight end, Troutman.
Yeah, Troutman.
Because tight ends tend to take a bit to hit if they're going to be good.
Yeah, you probably have to give him another year. You might want to bring in like a veteran of some kind just to be a backup.
Yeah,
which I think is what their flaw is right now.
Or just having just another blocker, a good blocking tight end.
Yeah, as weird as it is to say, maybe Evan Ingram would be an option.
I said, is Evan Ingram good at blocking? I don't think he is.
No, but he's a veteran who's probably not going to be on the team that he is on currently. So.
But he sucks.
Well, who else are you going to get? I mean, maybe Cameron Brate.
Try and sign like Jack Doyle. I don't know if their contract is up. Jack Doyle or Mo Alley Cox or something.
No, they'll keep Mo Alley Cox. Jack Doyle would be the better option for them.
Jack Doyle would be a good veteran, I guess. I mean, I don't know who's going to be a free agent next year, tight end wise.
I don't know. I haven't really looked at it, but we can save that for another podcast.
Yeah, at the end of the season, we'll have our free agent speculation, obviously, and be completely wrong again.
Yes. How many episodes do you think we're going to do this year?
Of sports?
Yeah.
We might do another check-in for the playoffs.
And
maybe around the championship times, and we'll guess the winners.
Well, I think we should get a nice round number for total episodes. That way all these people know where we're going to stop at.
Yeah, well, this is our floor. We might do more, but probably not. But we won't do less.
Yes, I'm thinking 10.
Okay, so what are we at now?
I believe this will be number 5.
Okay, so we need to maybe pick up the pace just a tad.
Well, it's okay. I mean, if you remember last year, we kind of definitely didn't shove everything in at the last second.
I mean, yeah. Hey, it's the...
Get ready to have that Christmas shoved down your throats podcast.
Hey, it's the stocking stuffers. Oh, it's just more podcast.
Joke's on you. We're going to have 3 parts to 1 episode.
But yeah, I like that. We can squeeze in. We'll probably talk a little bit about AEW next time.
Oh, this could be good. This could be very good. It may even be after Full Gear.
Ooh, yeah. Which doesn't sound like... it sounds like an anime thing.
It does.
It really does.
It's their next pay-per-view, but in the meantime, though, it is time for us to sign off. We hope you've enjoyed this episode.
This has been Less Than Strictly Sports.
I don't know what to think about that. But be sure to hit the bell icon, subscribe, comment below, pretend like you like us, send me an email. I'm lonely.
Yeah, tell us how wrong we are. Make fun of us for knowing nothing about football, please.
Yeah, and especially just yell at me for whatever decision you disagree with.
Yes.
I can handle it. I'm a big boy.
Please give us more interaction on our videos. But don't hit the thumbs down one. That's bad. That's real bad. Don't do that. Maybe one of you guys can. You know which one you are.